Alright, back again. I built a cheap PC just so I have something to put all my data on because I actually did not have a PC for a while. I had just my iPad. And trying to do basic stuff was kind of getting bottlenecked with the iPad. So I threw together just a cheap PC just for now. For the case, I went with the Ostrog ECA 3250. For the board, I went with the MSI. I guess it helps if I flip it around. MSI FM2 A75 MAE35. So far so good. This was around $60 and it came with a $20 mail rebate. It uses the FM2 socket, which is AMD. It holds the A series sockets. It's actually recommended for that. Through A4 through A10. I went with the A10 Black Edition just because you can overclock it. Now this I think was like $120 out of the box. It runs at 3.8 gigahertz. You can easily overclock it to 4.2. If you go with the A series, I recommend going with this board because it's pretty simple to overclock. For memory, for RAM, I went with Corsair Vengeance 8 gigabytes with one stick. I only have 1 gig now just because this is like a cheap PC that I'm not going to do very much gaming on. For cooling, since I did overclock it, I went with the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Plus. Now this runs way better with this cooler than the stock fan. When you overclock it, it runs very hot with the stock heatsink and fan. So I threw that on it. It was 20 bucks at Fry's Electronics, I think, and it runs pretty nice now. It runs way cooler than I expected. So, for power, I went with just a cheap 600 watt power supply. Just for now, I am saving up to get a nicer one. This is all they had that I wanted, or, well, the one that I wanted they didn't have, so I just picked up something cheap just for now. I picked this up actually at Micro Center, which closed. Or I didn't close, it moved locations, but it's too far away for comfort to drive. It's like 30 minutes away. So I'd rather go to Fry's Electronics, which is like 2 minutes up the street. So far so good. For hard drive, I went with a Seagate 500 gig running at 7200 RPMs. And for optical drives, I just have a cheapy DVD drive in here just because, you know, I just needed a drive to install Windows. Now here's what the case looks like. It's pretty nice. It wasn't actually the case that I wanted. The case that I wanted was sold out, and they wanted me to order it and wait a week. I just said, forget it, and took this, what they had. Now, I liked it because on top, it's kind of like a knockoff Cooler Master case design. It has a 120mm fan, or 140mm, excuse me, on top. You can put 2, but my actual DVD drive gets in the way, so I put 1. And I have one 120mm on the actual heatsink and LED fan. I have one 120 back here, exhaust fan. And then on the power supply, there's 2 fans. There's a intake fan here and exhaust out the back. So, not bad. It was around $300, actually almost $300 even, for all the parts here because the power supply I got on sale, the hard drive I got on sale, and the Cooler Master was an open box. The person bought it and returned it. All the parts were in it, nothing was touched. The board had a $20 mail-in rebate, and Windows 7 was given to me by my dad as a gift. So, not bad. Now, I am planning on building a really nice PC, but so far, for just a quick PC, just so I have a computer, not bad for the price, and not bad for what it can do, because it runs most games that I have on Steam flawlessly. So, thanks for watching, and give me some suggestions of a nice PC to build. I'm not too sure on what to make yet. I'll probably keep this as a personal PC to surf the web and stuff, and then have like a hardcore gaming one. So leave in the comment box some suggestions on what you might think, whether to go with AMD, Intel. I went with AMD this time just because of cost cutting, but maybe I can go with Intel next time. So, and what graphics card to put in it, what hard drive, should I go with SSD? Leave all of that in the comment box and let me know. So thanks for watching, and I'll make another video soon.